And sisters, we heard in the gospel reading, the 72 disciples Jesus sent came full of enthusiasm. They had driven out demons. And that was actually not their mission. And no special reason for joy. Not what a missionary drives out, but what he puts in its place is important. And so they had been given the task to heal, the work of Christ's charity, and to preach. And there's not a word about driving out demons. And so the reason for joy in a disciple should be that God has been able to use him as an instrument of charity for filling the minds of people with the knowledge and love of God. And that by doing this, their names will be written in heaven. Verse 26 of the Gospel. So the apostles the greatest joy then will be the same as it is now, that he knows God more deeply and loves God more ardently. God is greater than what man can ever know of him. So in this we become little like Jesus, who knows the Father and loves him. So St Francis of Assisi, his name is written in heaven. He is called the little one, the poverello. As I mentioned earlier, a rich man's son, a wealthy cloth merchant of Assisi. And he enjoyed his life as a 20-year-old, enjoying worldly pleasures, luxurious life. But unfortunately, he was arrested. He was taken as a prisoner during the war. He suffered for 1 year and then found the life he led before was meaningless. And then he came upon the name of Jesus. He listened to Jesus, heard Jesus, and he said he will be like Christ. And the Christ gave the command, send the disciples to the world, go to the world with nothing, no haversack, no pair of shoes, clothing, no coin in his pocket. So he gave up all his belongings, wealthy belongings, gave all his properties, distributed to the destitute, the poor, especially the lepers. And so his father disowned him publicly. Eventually he went round Western Europe, preaching, penance, brotherly love, and God's compassion. And he got around 12 disciples of high ranking. Some were canon in the cathedral, some a rich man, some educated man, gave all their possessions, sold their possessions, gave to the poor, and followed him. So with that 12, he went to the Pope, and he began his religious association, congregation, Friars of Assisi. He did not become a priest, but he was a deacon, and eventually the friars, Benedictine friars, gave them their church, and with that he built the monastery. And then so many years ago, he got around 5,000 followers then. And with that, he began the missionary work of preaching Christ, preaching brotherly love, preaching penance to the world. And so he was a beloved saint of the world. And his name is written in heaven. So God asks us, he does not want us. Francis of Assisi also had a congregation, lay congregation called the tertiaries of the people. And he told them, no carrying arms, no taking part in wars, and preach brotherly love and penance. And that's what he asks of each one of us, to carry on, to preach God's compassion, brotherly love, and penance.